I just want to tell you something that we do a little bit different. We look at the process from beginning to end, 10,000 feet, and say, you know, where are the bottlenecks and how can we improve this process? And I just talked about part of it. We fixed the small stuff, those little nitpicky items. We have an automated repair request, but now we have something really exciting that we just started out beta. And I wanted to run this by you, one of the first audiences I brought it out to. So give me your honest feedback. I'm sorry. When you get a chance. Tell me what you think about this. This program is in beta. It is my thought. How many of you guys ever had a home inspection a deal blow up because of a home inspection? Or appraisal, one of the two. All right, so I realized, why did it blow up? Was it because the home inspector was a deal killer? Maybe. But what, if we backed up, how could we avoid that deal blowing up if we could replay it? And it's my contention that maybe the home inspection is done at the wrong time. And what do I mean by that? Well, think about it. You have a house, it's $250, right? The seller comes in, offers $240, y'all go back and forth, settle on $245, correct? The seller feels like they're too low, buyer feels like they're too high, but this deal's holding together by a thread. And then the inspector comes in, and now there's $5,000 worth of damage. That ever happened to you, something similar? And no side is willing to budge. This deal's going south. But how can we avoid that? Let's say that we go in on the front end and get that house pre-inspected, right? They find out about that $5,000 damage. Now they can get the repairs done, and maybe instead of it costing $5,000, it's $3,500 because we send out and get a bunch of estimates, right? And now maybe instead of offering it for $250, you can say $251 or $252 because if there's house A and house B, this one has less risk of losing due diligence because it's been pre-inspected, right? So maybe that would have prevented that deal from going south. It's my contention the inspection is done at the wrong time. And I know this has been around for a while. Heck, I bought a car. Anybody bought a car, used car lately? You get that CarMax report or a Carfax or whatever it is, and it tells you if it's got a bent frame or something like that. It's done ahead of time. We just got a new puppy. Do you know it was pre-inspected by the vet? I got a veterinary report before I bought the puppy. I'm like, man, pets, cars, why are houses inspected after we negotiate the price? Shouldn't they be inspected before we negotiate the price so we don't have to negotiate the price twice? I call it BI and AI, before inspection and after inspection. Wouldn't that take out a lot of heartache? Yes. But the problem is talking the seller into doing it, right? So we have a plan to do it using technology. And I'm going to run this by you and see what you think. We go do the pre-inspection, right, like normal. The seller pays us, which I know it's a hard sell, but bear with me for a second. Now, we load it up to inspectedhouses.com, which is a website me and another home inspector made. And we can put this thing online, and we put a sign in the yard. This house has been pre-inspected. To get the report, text this number, your code will be different for your house, but they can get the report there. All right, when they go to that house, that report is for sale for $20. That money, every time that house is sold, goes back to the seller. So they get compensated back. Now, I'm not promising they will get their full inspection fee back, but if it sells 5 times, they get $100 back, correct? All right, now here's the best part about it. If 5 people download that report, you get all 5 of those leads immediately. Actually, as long as they text the number, you get it immediately. So, what's your name? Robert. Sorry to keep picking on you like that. How many steps you got? How many steps you got? But Robert, so Robert has a listing. Every single time somebody texts this, he will immediately get text. This person just downloaded the report. Now, if they even if they text and don't buy the report, if they buy the report, they have to put their email in there to get it. And we have a scraper. It scrapes all their social media, all this stuff. You know a lot about that potential buyer. You actually can pull a sexual offender list, and that's free. But you can pull a criminal record report. That costs, I think, like $8 if you want. But if this person, potentially you're going to put in your car, that's good to know, right? You can also tell their income level, age level, so you know a lot about this person. So you can help that seller sell that house by following up with them and potentially get a new buyer. If that person's already working with a real estate agent, great. I would call that real estate agent and say, you don't know this, but your buyer just downloaded a report on one of my listings. How can I help us sell that house? You see how that could work out pretty well for everybody? But the whole goal is 2 things. 2 things. Just remember this. Keep deals from blowing up and get you leads. That's what we're trying to do. So again, from 10,000 feet, we're just trying to figure out where the bottlenecks are, where the problems are, and make it better. So that's what we're trying to do. And you can check out more. It's called inspectedhouses.com. I own it and another home inspector owns it. Yes, did you have a question?
I did. Red flag immediately unless you have way around it. Let's say you did have $5,000 in damage.
Okay.
Let's say we fix it, you re-inspect it, because I don't want that 5,000 thing on my.
Gotcha. We can load up the new inspection report. Yeah, we don't have to load it up until you want to. In fact, when I say we load it up, we do load it up, but it doesn't go live until the seller signs off on it. Here's the way it happens. I load up the report, an email goes to them and says the report has been loaded, but it won't go live until you press this button. And it's also, agrees on there that, look, if your house doesn't sell, you can't blame the real estate agent, you can't blame the homeowner, you can't, this is what's about to happen, your thing's about to go live. But it's full disclosure. And the goal, again, is to keep it from blowing up. But that's a really good question. Any other questions? Again, it's in beta testing. If you guys are interested in it, check it out. And thank you for your time. If I could ever be of help, let me know, or reference. Did you have another question?
Yeah, what's your average price point?
Oh,
And
good
also,
question.
what's your like re-inspection price?
Yeah, awesome. Good questions. It starts off, I think it's $320 for 1,500 square feet or less, and it goes up $25 every 500 square foot increment. And I think re-inspection is, I have to double check. I think it's $188. I'm not sure. My wife, I just wait to see
Do you guys
She does all the, yes,
do you
ma'am.
include termite?
Well, that's 85. I mean, we do a termite, and I can tell you verbally for free, but if we have to provide a letter, there's insurance and all that goes, it's 85. Awesome. Well, thank you. We do North Carolina and South Carolina. Well, thank you guys. Y'all have a great weekend, and happy Memorial Day. Oh, the other question.
Would you say that when a person goes out and buys it, you take their email, you scrape it, you get a whole bunch of information back about that person?
Yes.
Is that disclosed to the person that's buying them, that you're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna send all this information to this realtor? Is that disclosed to the person buying it, that their personal information is gonna be disclosed?
All right,
Does that
so
make sense?
what happens is when they text the number, right? We get the lead, I get an email immediately, or I text actually, and you get a text.
Okay.
Now, we get a lot off of just their phone number, but if they actually buy the report, they've also got to put their email in there and answer a question, are they working with a realtor? So we get more information if they put their email. But no, it just goes to you and it just goes to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it doesn't go, no information is being sold to anybody. It's going to you and it's going to me. Yes, ma'am.
So it has to actually be a bona fide email address in order for it to go back for the report to go to.
Right, because what it is, the report is actually emailed to them. So that's why they have to give it a valid. Yeah, I know, sometimes they try to, give a false email or something, but no, that's how they get the reports about the email. But we scrape the phone number as well. I mean, think about it like this. Think about having an open house. How many of you folks have an open house? You know why we do it, to make the seller happy, but also hopefully to pick up some buyers. Well, this is like having an open house on all your listings 24 hours a day. Oh, and one other thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention this. If they don't want to do a pre-inspection, we could do something else. We can load up information on the house, just put pictures on there, put your description, and we can offer a home inspection discount and say, this house is available for a home inspection discount. And it's another way to get leads. But it's not just getting leads, you're helping that seller sell it, because if somebody's took the time to text that, they're interested in that house, and you can help them sell it. If they don't buy that house, they're probably buying a house here somewhere, pretty close, and probably same schools, same sort of thing. Yes, ma'am.
If you were to pay for this for your sellers, like, basically this is something you offered, the $20 these people pay, would you give that money back?
Ooh, now that's something I have to think about. I haven't thought about
I was just wondering.
that. Well, I know we can't make money off the report because it's an ethical thing,
Yeah.
but I have to think through that. I will tell you what some people do now. Some agents offer to pay for the pre-inspection, but what they do is they pay their sellers back after the house sells. So that way they don't just walk out on it. They have to pay for it initially, but they refund it. You just have to figure out some way that we don't make money off the report, because then that would be an ethical situation. I can see Tim's looking at me, I'm overtime, guys. Well, thank y'all, and I put some candy out there, candy. If I can ever answer a home inspection question, please use me as a reference. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find out for you. You guys have a good weekend.
Thank you.